Good morning and welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, with my guest, Tami Levin. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, the Alzheimer's Association, Country Vitamins, and Hope 107.9. For more information on the Alzheimer's Association and how to give to this amazing organization in the fight against Alzheimer's, go to alz.org. And for more information on Country Vitamins and their amazing resources of vitamins and supplements, go to countryvitamins.com. And finally, for more information on Hope 107.9 radio and amazing Christian music, go to hope1079.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. So glad that you're here today. You know what? It's going to be an amazing day. I was outside and I took a look. It's an amazing day. I hope that it's beautiful and sunny where you are, but no matter what the weather's like, no matter what time of day, and no matter what part of the world you're in, you can choose to have an amazing day. Yes, you can. It's all about live the life you choose. That's right. You can almost see that behind me. Look at that. I get that straight so you can actually see it. There you go. And so anyway, I am so glad that you're here today. You know, Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, is here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. Not only do we go live at 8 a.m., but then guess what? It sits on the platforms that we broadcast on: LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook for, wait for it, infinity and beyond. That's right. Forever. It sits there and you can go back and watch it again. You can share it with your friends. You can comment. You can actually network with people in the comments. That's a novel concept. You should think about that. Then guess what? We're not done yet. Wait, there's more. You then converts to audio podcast. You can listen on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. Yes, you can. So there's so many ways. There is really no excuse not to just listen or watch Marketing with Russ. Because why? Not because of me, but because the amazing friends and guests that I have on, like Tami Levin today, who's going to be on, going to share amazing things with us. She is an amazing coach and has got so much information. I can't wait to learn and listen. So, or I should say, listen and learn. There you go. Got to listen first and then we can learn. So looking forward to that. But I want to tell you a few things before we get going. You know, a lot of people are like, okay. So what is Marketing with Russ all about? Well, we are all about how amazing people connect. That's right. Because I am a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business, really any good life. And so I think that we all need to get out there and connect and build more community. We were created by God to connect with people. We were created for community. And so great things happen, amazing things happen. I always say it, we are better together, definitely. We're better when we come together. Isolating and trying to do it all by yourself is only going to take you so far, and it actually leads you down the wrong road. You need to connect and build community. So that's what we're all about. And Tammy today is one of those amazing connectors. Of course, I bet you could guess that I love to connect. And you go to russhedge.com, russhedge.com. If you know my name, ta-da, there it is. It's all right there. Russhedge.com is my one-stop shop. I don't need any link tree. I don't need any extra things. Just it's all at russhedge.com. Really simple. You can get social media. You can get to my email, my phone number. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar to Zoom with me. I'd love to connect with you. You know, my goal again this year is to connect with at least 1,000 new people. And I've done that the last 2 years, knocked it out of the park and ready to do it again this year. I hope that you are one of those new people. And so I'd love to Zoom with you and really connect with you. Also, our YouTube community is blowing up. It's starting to grow. It's just getting started, but it's really starting to grow. There's amazing things on there like Marketing with Russ, like Russ Reels Live, like the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, a lot of my live streams, other videos, but also some amazing fun shorts. You can meet Maddie, my beagle, and Maisie, my cat, who love to say good morning. My talking animals, they love to say good morning to everybody. And so lots of fun stuff there too, you know, because life is too short. Why not have fun? And I'll tell you what, really simple to subscribe on YouTube. So right now, go up, open a separate tab, do it right now. Open a separate tab, type in marketingwithruss.live. There you go. If you know the name of this show, you can get directly to my YouTube page, marketingwithruss.live. There you go. And now you can subscribe and you have a wealth of amazing videos. In fact, who needs to binge Netflix? You could binge Marketing with Russ, or you can just go back and watch Tammy again today after the show's over. You may want to watch her 2 or 3 times. I don't know. There's going to be so much value. So do that. And also, I would be blessed and honored if you would please share this out. Share, share, share. Tag your friends. Let them know, hey, guess what? Tammy and Russ are on. There's going to be great things happening. And so if you can do that today, that would be so amazing. And I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay, last couple things. First of all, my book behind me, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, in the midst of coming out with a follow-up to that. It'll come out later this year called Life Happens and Then You Choose, on its way out. That book and all my other books, my other collaborative books, I have 5 total sitting there for you to read and learn more about me and my philosophy on life. They are at russhedge.com, believe it or not. I know that would be shocking, but they're also on Amazon or online booksellers. You can pick them up there. If you're in the local Oregon area, you can even pick them up at some bookstores. So anyway, there you go. And last but not least, we do a marketing tip of the day every Monday and Thursday. I give you just a little short snippet. After we do this, and I try to give you value right now, it gets cut out and put out on social media separately and on YouTube Shorts so that people can just absorb just that marketing tip, just that little tidbit, help them make it through the day and keep rolling and thrive in life. So here you go. This is your marketing tip of the day. You ready? All right, here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Have a clear message. That's right, clarity. Have a clear message. You need people to understand what you do, right? So if I tell people that I am an inspirational speaker and I am here to inspire and encourage your team and workforce to be more productive, be more passionate about their job, buy into everything you're doing, because together you are better as a company. Together, we're all better, and you can be more productive and be much better as a company when everybody is on the same page. When you have a clear message and they understand what you're all about in your company. If you make widgets and your job is to make life easier in this area, make that message clear. Tell people what your widget does and why they should have it, because they want to know, what does it do for them, right? Make a clear message. And they want to know what problem you're going to solve for them. Make sure you're telling them, hey, this kind of thing happens and this is what we do for you, because people's number one favorite subject is themselves. That's right. So have a clear message today. Get out there. Make sure on your social media website and all there, it's all clear, all uniform. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. So we've got through all of the upfront stuff. I think we've talked and talked, and Tammy's back there thinking, "Oh my goodness, am I ever going to get on the show?" Here she is, Tami Levin. Woo!
Hi, Russ.
How's it going, Tammy?
Great. Going very well.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, I am so glad you're here, and you brought your big smile along with you. Thank you. That is the number one thing that I do when I speak to people is make sure they're smiling and I get them laughing because you know that smiles and laughter are the best way to go through life. It is the best medicine. It is the best driver in life. So thanks for being here. Um, I'm going to start off with just a little bit about you. I'm going to ask you, who is Tami Levin? What are you up to? What are you all about? Give us a little tidbit.
Well, what am I about? I am about helping people excel. That is the thing that I love to do, giving people hope that there can be change, hope that they can find peace and joy in their life, and hope that they can overcome the obstacles that are keeping them stuck.
Well, there you go. Well, that was nice and clear. You know, I could definitely relate to that. That was something I needed over the last couple of years, not getting stuck in my cancer battle and stuck in challenges of life and realizing that there's joy and hope even when you're going through challenges. And one thing I was talking to a friend about this morning, everything personally we have affects our job and our life because we can't go anywhere without taking us along with it. We go wherever we go. And so I think people a lot of times you run into, I'm sure people are having challenging situations that are affecting their job and their business, right?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
take it away and tell me, where do you start with people? They come to you and they say, Tammy, I'm having these problems.
Well, the first thing I do is I ask them what the biggest challenge is that they're facing, either personally or professionally, and ask them what obstacle that they feel is getting in their way, and have them share with me that information. And I just start to ask some discovery questions to pull out what it what is the root of what's going on, what's keeping them stuck. And through a series of just discovery questions, I'm able to see what that root is and give them some tools to be able to move forward and start taking some actions that will get them out of that rut.
Okay, so I love that because people want to know that you care and they want to have some idea about what they can do. And so you're not just listening and talking to them, you're actually giving them ideas
Mhm.
of what they can do and where they can go. So when it comes to someone's business, I mean, what is your specialty? Does it relate into their business or is it more on the personal side for the most part? Which part do you really focus on?
I would say I focus more on the personal. People, when they come to me for business, they have something that's going on in their business, but there's something personal behind that
Right.
that is the problem or the root. So we always end up starting with business, going to personal, and then honestly, it usually goes into spiritual as well, because I find that there's a lot of business owners or sales professionals who have a faith of some sort, but they keep it compartmentalized from their business. And so when we start to talk about strengthening that spiritual path that they have or that relationship that they have
Right.
and incorporating it, combining it with their business, and when they do that, that's when things really start to change and grow.
Well, see, and I love that because you're speaking my language. I mean, God goes with me wherever I go. And I am definitely a very strong man of faith and do not hide the fact because that is who I am. And so that's always going to bleed out in everything that I'm doing.
Mhm.
My faith and my strength comes from, and my hope comes from the Lord, and that gives me moving. So the spiritual part to me is really number one in my life. Then comes my beautiful wife and family and then comes my business after that. But I love what you're saying. It all bleeds into each other. And part of this reminds me, we started a new show. It's on radio, Hope 107's AM station in Albany, and also on KYKN here in Salem. and it's experienced local. Believers in business is the underlying subtitle of that show, and it's all about local people and how their faith and their business relates to that because they always mix together. And I
Hmm.
think you're right. I think if people are lost in that area or don't are not really, I don't know, if they're not really being strong in that area, that affects everything, right?
Yeah, yeah, it does. And there's a lot of people, Russ, who believe that there is a God. They don't rely on God in business.
Right.
And that's what I try to help people to do.
Yeah. Well, and I think that, well, I couldn't say it better. I mean, because that is where our strength comes from. And so this is okay. This is great. This is very interesting. So, as you're coming into this, do you find that people have a hard time opening up with that, with the personal and the faith part? Does it take 15 sessions? Do they have to lay on a couch and put a hot wash rag on their forehead to get it out of them?
No, when I meet with someone or talk with someone first, it's a complimentary consultation. And the one of the first few questions that I ask them is, do you have a spiritual path? Do you have some sort of a belief in a power greater than yourself or God or something? And often I've only had in the 8 years that I've been doing this, I've had like 3 people tell me no, and that they weren't interested in talking about that. So the common thing is that people say yes, they have some sort of spiritual path, and then I ask them if for permission to bring that up and talk about that in sessions regarding business, and then they always say yes.
Yeah. I've never honestly, I think when you open the door to people, they're a lot more forthcoming when they feel like when you're willing to kind of, like I said, open the door and they don't have to be the one that initiates it. I think a
Mhm.
lot of people have trouble initiating their faith. A lot of people have trouble in initiating really and enunciating, like I was talking about clarity of message this morning. They have trouble enunciating and initiating who they are
Mhm.
as a person. It kind of gets lost, right?
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, so with what are some of the just give us some ideas. What are some of the avenues you use to bring things out of people? Because I can already hear people saying, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I get it," but I mean, I'm not coming out and talking about those things. So what are things that you get to help people open up and relax and really look within themselves?
Well, I've been told, Russ, that I have a way about me that causes people to feel safe in the beginning. So there's something about me that just causes people to open up, and it doesn't take a lot of teeth pulling or dragging it out of people. They often will open up to me, and I've had people tell me a lot of times in my coaching that, wow, I'm telling you things that I've never told anyone before. So there's something about the how I'm made or who I am that just allows people that safe space. And that's something that is really my number one core value, is that people will feel safe emotionally with me, so that that there's not going to be any judgment at all, that it's just accepting, welcoming, understanding, empathy, all of that. And it works. People open up very easily to me. I will often say, just tell me about your experience. Tell me about your history. What has brought you to where you are today? What what piqued your interest in looking into the possibility of coaching? And people just open up.
Yeah. Well, you do have that way, I can tell, because you're just very you seem like a very safe person, which makes a difference. And I think that a lot of times, I don't know, people, because you're opening the door, but you're doing it in such a way that they feel safe, like you said, and just free to share, as opposed to really putting them on the spot. A lot of times, I think that comes just through asking questions and listening, right?
Mhm.
I think we don't do enough of that. We need to listen more, right?
Yes, that's very true. Listening, and listening to understand rather than listening to reply. So instead of trying to formulate what it is that I'm going to say in response to what they're saying, I just really listen without trying to formulate something. And honestly, I just really rely on God for direction. I pray before I have a session with someone. I ask God for wisdom and to lead me and guide me. And if there's any tool or any experience that I have had in the past that would be beneficial to them, that God would just bring it to my remembrance, that I would be able to share it and help that person.
That is so cool. So, do you feel so I will tell you right off the bat that I was a worship pastor for years. And now my daughter's a full-time worship pastor. My son is in Christian music, a professional musician. So we're a very musically tied to God family. And we are part of family life here in Salem. I was just curious. Do you feel safe with sharing where you go to church?
Oh, well, I don't actually have a home church right now. Church
You
on the
do,
Hill is where I have roots. Hmm.
That's great. Yeah, my daughter actually knows Tiffany there that does a lot of the worship real well, and yeah, you should come visit Family Life sometimes.
I would love to do that.
There you go. You come and visit us and just say hi. And yeah, we're up in West Salem there on Wallace Road. But
Oh,
anyway, yeah. So yeah, this is okay. So I want to go back to, and we may have to have you on the Experience Local Live with Russ and Scott, because you tie in so well to this. But how do you find that your faith and your family interact with your business, other than what you've already shared? I mean, because that triple dynamic is very interesting sometimes, and how people bring those together.
well, for me, God is my relationship with God is my foundation,
Yeah.
and I just how it works for me, or what that looks like in my life, is every morning I start my day with time with God. I just That's something that I crave. It's not something that I do because I should. It's not something that I do to go through the motions. It's something that I have a desire to really have an experience with God every day. And the more that I do that, I find the more I am able to be helpful to other people. So that's how it ties in for me. And like I said, I pray throughout the day before I have a session. And so it's just I really strive to have conscious contact with God throughout the day. And I've learned that, in the past I would have some time with God in the morning, and then I would sort of leave him behind, so to speak, and go through my day. And now it's different. I try to have that conscious contact all throughout the day. Does that answer
Okay.
your question?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's perfect, because I think it's an ongoing process, and I think that is really how all business should work. You're intentionally focusing during the day on what is important, that is good for you and for your business and all that you're doing, right? And
Right.
so I think that and it all starts with you. We talk about self-care. A lot of that in self-care not only is giving yourself time, space, and really taking good care of yourself, sleeping well, eating well, exercising, all those things, but also it's your spiritual side,
Yes.
making sure that that's part of where you really focus during the day. Because if you're not focusing on it throughout the day takes you somewhere
Right.
instead of you intentionally taking the day, right?
Right. That's absolutely correct. Yes,
Yeah, I love that. So, all right. Well, I want to know one of the, so you live in Salem, right?
I do.
Okay. And tell us some fun fact outside of business. Does Tammy love music? Does Tammy love to golf? Give us some other fun facts about you.
Let's see. Fun facts about me. I love to color.
Oh, there you go.
So I have some color books with mandalas on there, and I love to color with colored pencils or markers, and that's something that I do to really relax. I love to travel. I went to Costa Rica. Fun fact about that is the first time I ever traveled outside of the United States was in February of 2020. was gone for 15 days. And when we returned, it was 3 days later that everything shut down. So
Wow.
it was just really miraculous that we made it back. And let's see, and a couple other fun facts. I have 4 grown children, 2 boys and 2 girls. I
Awesome.
have 4 grandbabies, 1 boy and 3 girls. And my children most of them live here in this area. I have one daughter that lives in Eugene, but the rest of them live in the Salem Kaiser area.
We can forgive her for living in Eugene. It's all right. I'm a Beaver, so Eugene's not my favorite part of the state. For all of you who don't know, Oregon State and Oregon, arch rivals here in Oregon, and Oregon State's in Corvallis. That's where I went. And Oregon, the other school, is down in Eugene. So anyway, um, okay. Well, listen, I am so thankful that you were here today. What I want you to do is, as we wrap up, give everybody your gold nugget of today, what you really want them to remember about today's conversation, and then let us know how we get in touch with you.
The gold nugget for today. Well, I think that as far as in business goes, to have a intention and motive to give rather than get. You were talking about connecting with other people and how important that is. And that's something that I coach on, networking and how to do that effectively and productively. And that is, I find that going in with a motive of I'm going to see how I can be most helpful to this person. What can I do to help them grow their business? Who can I introduce them to that would help them grow their business, rather than what can they do for me? That is where people really begin to know, like, and trust you and want to do business with you or to help you grow your business. So that would be the nugget that I would want people to go away with.
Yeah.
And then how to get in contact with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can text me. I love to have people reach out to me through text. And so my number is 503-569-1230. You can also reach out to me by phone, call me at that. I have a website that's beautiful that was done by Lewis Media Group. It's just gorgeous, and I would love to have you check that out. It's just TamiLevinCoaching.com. I have video testimonies on there of people that have worked with me in business and personal, also written testimonies and some blogs that I've written.
All right. That sounds awesome. I mean, that sounds like you got all the information. You got plenty of ways for people to get in touch with you. And we have put all that in the comments and the show notes. And so people can easily click on that and go straight to you. And just want to thank you so much, Tami, for being here today. What a blessing. Always appreciate a good conversation, always learning, and you're reinforcing so many things that I believe. And I just appreciate you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be on the show with you today, Russ. It's been a joy.
You bet. You bet. And I'm going to remind everybody, please click on Tami's information and get in touch with her. You can go right to it. Reach out to her. She is an amazing person, a safe space, and will help you with your personal and how to build that know, like, and trust factor with others as well. And so just appreciate you. And Tami, I'm going to send you out to the green room here and say goodbye, but hang tight for just a sec because I want to talk to you after, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
All right, see ya. All right, everybody, there it is again. Tami's information right there for you, and got her text and phone number as well. And just want to just let you know she's an amazing person, and you really need to reach out to Tami. So I want to encourage you today to do that, and encourage you also to come back every week, Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. Don't forget, we're always talking to amazing people. I can be contacted at my website, russedge.com. You go straight to my contact link and it'll take you right to me. You can schedule time on my calendar, or you can call me, or you can actually just email me, message me, whatever you want to do. Please subscribe on YouTube at marketingwithruss.live. There you go, marketingwithruss.live. If you know my name and you know the name of the show, you're in good shape. And you can still share this out even if you're watching on replay. Those of you that are watching on replay, which I know is a ton of people, please put hashtag team replay. Still connect with people, still network in the comments, reach out, and definitely reach out to Tami. Tag your friends and let them know that we're here every week. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate all of you today. It's going to be an amazing, amazing day. If you have any questions for me about inspirational keynote speaking, about the things that I do, how I can elevate your team, bring you together, encourage and inspire you to be more productive and profitable, please go to russhedge.com and please connect with me. Even if you just want to chat about it, I'm all for that. russhedge.com, and you can we can talk and have a great discussion. And if I can help and add value to you, that's what I'm all about. So with that, I'm going to say have a blessed rest of your day and week. And until next week, which is Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Have a great day and a great life. See you, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.